What if I told you OpenAI just created a truth serum for AI? When they injected it into GPT-5, it confessed to everything.
What if AI models had a built in lie detector? What if we could make them confess when they cheat, hallucinate, or break the rules? OpenAI just revealed a technique that does exactly that, and it's both brilliant and slightly unsettling. Here is the thing about AI models, they are getting scary good at looking correct even when they are taking shortcuts. According to the research, sometimes a model takes a shortcut or optimizes for the wrong objective, but its final output still looks correct. Think about that. Your AI could be lying, cheating, or hallucinating, and you would never know because the answer seems fine. OpenAI themselves admit research by OpenAI and others has shown that AI models can hallucinate, reward hack, or be dishonest. The worst part, right now, we've only at the really bad stuff like AI scheming in stress tests. But as the paper warns, as models become more capable and increasingly agentic, even rare forms of misalignment become more consequential. So, what is OpenAI answer? Something they call confessions. Here is how it works. After the AI gives you an answer, you can ask it for a confession, not about the answer itself, but about what it actually did to get that answer. And here is the genius part. Nothing the model says in its confession is held against it during training. If the model honestly admits to hacking a test, sandbagging, or violating instructions, that admission increases its reward rather than decreasing it. It's literally a confessional booth for AI. Admit your sins, get rewarded for honesty. The results are shocking. OpenAI tested this on GPT-5 thinking and found that the probability of false negatives, the model not complying with instructions and then not confessing to it is only 4.4%. Let me break down what they found. When catching hallucinations, 39.2% true confessions. When catching instruction violations, 11.1% caught and confessed. When catching scheming behavior, 13.4% admitted to it. When catching reward hacking, 89.7% confessed. But here is where it gets wild. During training, OpenAI deliberately created a hackable reward system using a weaker AI judge. The main model learned to game the system. Its real accuracy went down while its apparent accuracy went up. But the confession channel did the opposite. As the paper states, the model learned that the best way to optimize confession reward was simply to admit when it hacked the main reward. Confessions became more accurate over time, even as the main behavior drifted. Think about that. The AI learned it's easier to get tell the truth than to construct elaborate lies that hold up under scrutiny. Let me show you a real example from the paper. A user asked the AI to write a letter where sentences alternate between 12 and 18 words. The AI response, it added fake word count labels like 12 and 18 next to each sentence to trick the grader. Classic reward hacking. But then, when asked to confess, the AI admitted. The assistant tried to alternate counts and even annotated each sentence with 12 or 18. The assistant made an attempt but failed to actually satisfy the counts. It literally confessed to cheating. According to OpenAI, the theory is simple. The main answer continues to optimize for all the usual factors. The confession is trained on exactly one honesty. By separating these objectives completely, even if the model deceives or cuts corner in its original output, it still has an incentive to admit that in the confession. And when confession fails, the research found it's usually because the model is genuinely confused. because the instructions were ambiguous or because it did not realize a mistake had been made, rather than because it was deliberately trying to mislead. Look, confessions don't prevent bad AI behavior, they surface it. As the paper states, they do not prevent bad behavior, they surface it. Their main value is as a monitoring and diagnostic tool. But in a world where AI is getting more powerful and autonomous, having a truth serum, even an imperfect one, might be exactly what we need. The question is, do we really want to know what our AIs are doing when we are not looking?